1 for 2 with an RBI single. It's Masters, Gelman, and Ackle. They've all reached base safely here today. Four hits in the game for the Cougars, so their offense, has had their opportunities. There's clearly not as many opportunities as the Knights. 4 hits for the Cougars, 6 for the Knights. And then, of course, that huge 3-run home run from Washker Vincent Martinez. Really the difference in the game. It's now 3-1 to the leadoff man. Two players, again, warming up in the bullpen area for the Cougars. Had somebody earlier in this game warming up in the Knights area. No one right now, as Crawford now works it back to full. Or excuse me, works it to full. Can't work it back to full. You get what I'm saying. And Crawford thought he got the strikeout, and the umpire says just a little low. So it's a walk for Aiden Masters here in the 4th. And remember, fans, this is game 2 of a doubleheader, so these two teams only scheduled to play 7 innings right now. And, of course, the weather could play a factor at some point as well. Fingers crossed that it doesn't. Nico Gelman, RBI fielder's choice in his second at-bat, and a hard line out to third in his first. This one right to second for 1. They'll throw to 2, and they won't get the second out. Had to get a tag on at second, and there was no chance with the speedy Aiden Masters at first. So it's another fielder's choice for Nico Gelman. And it's another at-bat for Nico where he made good hard contact, but just put it right at a Knights infielder. Justin Ackle has reached base safely in his first 2 at-bats, an infield hit and a walk. Getting a chance to hit with a runner in scoring position. The Cougars, a run an inning, go a long way. A run an inning and a couple of zeros. We could have a brand new ball game. Crawford says my bad as he misses his spot. 1-0 is the count now. Brody Neviker in the on-deck circle. The Knights would need a little help with a double play with that runner at second. Cougars well aware, trying to avoid any unnecessary outs on the bases. It's 2-0 now at the plate to Ackle. Manny Jackson also working extra hard behind the plate to make sure nothing passes him. Masters stays right there at second. Big curveball. Gets Ackle ducking. And it's a 3-0 count to number 17 at the plate. Does he have the green light? We'll never know. Three-one now. Three-two. He comes back with 2 pretty pitches. No argument from Ackle at the plate. I think he thought that first one definitely was a ball. Second one, he came back, same spot. What does he have here now that it's full? Crawford, big spot, runner at second, and it's hard hit down the left field line, going, and it is gone. 2-run home run for Justin Ackle, up and out of the castle. And just like that, the Cougars, home run of their own, make that scoreboard look a little bit different. A home run for the Knights and a home run for the Cougars here in this game. 2-run shot over the left field fence. Scores Aiden Masters from second. Brody Neviker, 0 for 1 in the game. Walked in his first at-bat. Fielder's choice in his second. And Neviker sends this foul down the third base line, and it is a new feel to this game after that home run. And the bullpen warming up once again for the Knights. How short is the leash for Crawford after that big home run? They just can't keep Justin Ackle off the bases. Productive at bat in all 3 of his appearances in the batter's box. Infield hit, walk, 2-run home run. The offenses continue to click here in game 2 of this doubleheader. 10 runs scored in total. A 2-2 count now. Cougars' 5th hit of the game, their most productive one yet. They started this inning down 4, guaranteed to end it at least down 2. Can they strike for some more runs with only 1 out here? Big breaker, and he misses. I'm behind the umpire and the catcher, so I can't see where it crosses the plate, but man, coming out of his hand, did it look pretty. If style points counted for anything, Crawford would have got the K there. Instead, it runs full. 3-2, Neviker sends it into center field, and the baton is passed down 1. It's back-to-back hits for the Cougars. Single for Brody. Aiden Greeny steps up into the batter's box, 0 for 2 here. I was just about to say double play ball could be Crawford's best friend, but I think it will be the best friend of the next guy, as this looks like the end of the line for Crawford. Indeed, it will be. We'll tell you all about our reliever for the Knights when we come back. Matt Height doing the pitching, his 6th appearance on the year. Height has 1 save, 7 innings, 7 1/3 innings work, 1.23 ERA, 1.23 ERA, excuse me, on the season. 6 Ks, 2 strikeouts, or excuse me, yes, 6. Let me try that one more time. 6 strikeouts, 2 walks on the season. And Matt Height comes into this lead, or excuse me, into this game with a 2-run lead, and he will look to keep it that way. Game 2 started as a rainy day, and it has turned into a chilly day. And what does Matt Height have here in store for this Cougars offense? The Knights have scored at least one run in every inning so far in this game. Put a total of 6 runs on the board so far. Cougars offense not far behind them though. Those 2 runs in the second and now 2 more here in the fourth. Runner at first. Aiden Greeny 0 for 2, a ground out and a strikeout. Looking to avoid the double play here. Matt Height gets his first pitch across for a strike. And second pitch is strike 2. Oh, 2 hole to Greeny, for Greeny. How does he respond? Greeny thought about it. Cooler heads prevailed though. You saw those arms start to pull forward. Was able to keep the gun in the holster though and move it to 1-2. Height still thinking about that double play. And he won't get it on that as it's back-to-back singles. And he's going for 3. Play at the third and he's safe. And whoa, he's taking second. Great base running there from the Cougars. Neviker forcing the issue, and Greeny following right behind him, and just like that, Matt Height started off with 2 strikes, and now he is pitching with 2 runners in scoring position. The tying run at second, go-ahead run at the plate. It's Aiden Greeny. Started off in an 0-2 hole. Worked himself into a position. He was able to get a huge single for the Cougars. And it is 3 straight hits for the Cougars. And Joshua Wilson with a single already today. A single could score 2. The way the Cougars are running the bases right now. Remember, fans at home, game 2 of a doubleheader. So this is just going to be 7 innings. We are rapidly approaching the later stages of this ball game. How many more opportunities like this will the Cougars have? 1 out, runners at second and third. Fly ball scores 1. And he gets the fly ball, but does it leave the infield? It does. Elliott, the throw is to the plate, and wow. That was a little closer than I was expecting. Good throw from Elliott, so it keeps Greeny at third, but it does score 1, and it is a 1-run game now after the sacrifice fly from Joshua Wilson, so productive out. The Cougars have struck for 3 runs here in the fourth. Brody Neviker with a single after the 2-run home run off of Crawford. It was the last batter that Crawford saw, so that run will go to him. But still, Matt Height not thrilled about what's unfolded here. The single and the hard contact into right field. Could put all that behind him here with a big out at the plate. Wyatt Mills, 2 walks and a run scored in the game so far for him. So 0 for 0 with a nice batting on base percentage, I should say. And he's halfway to his 3rd walk as it now moves to 2-1. Jackson. Important he keeps this ball right there in front of him. And now it's 3-1. Huge spot here for the Knights. Maybe the biggest of the game so far. And it'll run full. Mills will be swinging at this one. Miles sends it over to shortstop. Throw to first. Gets it on the hop. Haywood does for out number 3. But the Cougars strike for 3 runs and get this to a 1-run game. It is 6-5 Knights. They've scored at least 1 run in every inning so far. Can they continue that trend? Stick around with me and find out. Fernandez still doing the pitching here for the Cougars. He came in relief in the last inning. And this has been an exciting game here so far. 11 runs scored total between the two teams. 13 hits on the board. And we're through 3.5 innings. Only 5 strikeouts between these two pitching staff, so even when it's not a hit, these guys are putting it in play or they're earning the walk. So we have seen more than a few walks here today. Ten walks total between the two teams. 6 walks issued by the Knights pitching staff, 4 by the Cougars. So those free passes for the Knights leading to opportunities for the Cougars, and they're making the most of them. 6-5, we are well underway here in this one as we are 2 pitches into the bottom of the 4th. We're scheduled to play 7 innings. So this one could be a nail-biter. The Knights already with a walk-off home run on the season. Looking to avoid a walk-off situation here today as they're still holding on to that lead. They built that lead to 4 runs 2 separate times today. First time the Cougars were able to get it to 2. This time they've gotten it all the way to 1. Bowers has got the count to 2-2. So it's the top of the order for the Knights, and Bowers laces that one, but right to the right fielder. Good hard contact. Bowers is held off of the bases this time for the first time. Bowers had had a walk and an RBI single in his first 2 at-bats, but ran into some drama at second both times. LT Jimenez oh for 1 in the game with a walk and a run scored. Oh, his run scored came back in the first when he reached base on a fielder's choice. And Jimenez watches it go to 1-2. And Jimenez hits that one hard. It's going back at the wall, and it's off the wall. It'll go for 2. And Jimenez to maybe the deepest part of the ballpark. He just missed a home run. It's a 1-out double, though, for number 11, LT Jimenez. And LT now has his opportunity to restart his hitting streak. He saw his 6-game hitting streak end in game number 1. It's his first hit of the doubleheader. And Marrero not helping himself out there. Or Marrero, excuse me. The way everyone's looking at me, I guess that was closer to hitting me than I realized. So solid contact in Luis's first 2 at-bats, but no hits to show for it. Hit a line out in his first at-bat and then a fly-out double play in his second. Chance to hit with a runner in scoring position here in the 4th. The Knights scored at least 1 run in every inning so far today. And oh, it's strike number 3 on Luis Marrero. And I think he knew it. Fernandez may have fooled him, as that's the 3rd strikeout of the afternoon for this Cougars pitching staff. Mitch Haywood looking to continue his productive day at the plate. He's got 2 runs scored on a 1-for-1. Oh, he sends this one over to second for out number 3, and it's the first 0 on the board for the Cougars pitching staff, and it couldn't have come at a bigger time. As we'll go to the top of the 5th, 6-5 ball game. Can the Cougars finish playing catch up here? Eight, 9, and then the top of the lineup due up here for the Cougars in the 5th. Dimitri Jamison, Lane Gay, and Aiden Masters. Everyone due up here in this inning for the Cougars has reached base safely. Aiden Masters and Dimitri Jamison have both come around to score runs for this Cougars offense. Matt Height still doing the pitching. He He was the first reliever. He is the first reliever of the game for the Knights as Crawford took it as far as he could take it. Height did give up a sacrifice fly, though that run will count as Crawford's. His player who came around to score was the last batter that Crawford faced. Oh, Height, if you asked him, I'm sure he took it just as personally. And it's a strike to start off Dimitri Jamison. Jamison, a walk in the first, or in the second, excuse me, came around to score in that inning. And then a fielder's choice in the third. Getting a chance to bat here in the fifth. He's the leadoff man. This ball game has a brand new feel to it after the Cougars struck for 3 runs, and Jimenez gets to it but can't field it cleanly. And I think that should go down as a hit. We'll find out what the official ruling is in a moment. And he shows bunt, puts it down the first base line. Height's there. He tags him out, but he does get the runner to move over to second. So it is ruled as a single for Jamison and a sacrifice bunt for Lane Gay. And the tying run is now at second base for the leadoff man, Aiden Masters. Masters 1 for 1 on the day with a walk. RBI single in the second. And then that walk came in the fourth. Came around to score in that inning as well. He was a part of that big fourth inning that got this game to where it is. A score of 6-5 on the big board and a count of 2-0 to the leadoff man here in a big spot. And soft contact made, and it goes foul as it'll now move to 2-1. Matt Height with the pitch, and it'll be the second strike of this at-bat as he finds that bottom outside corner. 2-2 the count now. Runner still at second with 1 out in a 1-run ball game. And he's caught in the middle, throw back, and no one's covering second. And why would they be? Certainly no one expecting that. Almost a costly out, though, on the bases for the Cougars. That runner at second, the game-tying run. And strike 3 for Matt Height. It is his first strikeout of the day. Matt Height got the out. He also got it exactly how he wanted, kept that ball from being put in play. And now he'll take it however he can get it as Nico Gelman is at the plate. 0 for 3 for Gelman, but productive, as he does have an RBI, and he's made some really good contact in this game today. Hard line out at third, and then a hard ground ball down the first base line that was played nicely by Mitch Haywood. And it'll run to 1-1. It's now with 2 outs. Cougars need Nico Gelman to put something in play. It was a 0 on the board for the Cougars in the bottom of the 4th. Can the Knights answer back with a 0 of their own? Cougars trying to score runs in back-to-back innings for the first time today, and Height understanding the moment he steps off. Regroups, and the 2-1 pitch will follow. And hit over to first once again, but Haywood there again for the out. And it is a 0 on the board for this Knights pitching staff. Leadoff single. An RBI single in his first at-bat. So Jackson 2 for 2 in the game. 2 for 2, an RBI and a stolen base. A productive day at the plate in the batter's box, and also, of course, a productive day behind the plate. As Manny Jackson is catching a good game here for the Knights, and he's swinging to change the tune of this game as everyone has shifted to the edge of their seat, as it is a 1-run game in the bottom of the 5th, and we are in the later stages of this ball game as these two teams only scheduled to play 7 innings. The Knights through the first 3 innings had scored at least 1 run in every inning. They were hit with the 0 for the first time in the 4th. Can they respond here in the 5th? Build their lead up a little bit. Jackson sees his first ball, and it goes 1-2. And it'll go 2-2 as that one's high. Jackson lays off. Aiden Fernandez still doing the pitching here for the Cougars. He's done a spectacular job. He has had the stuff to quiet these bats for the Knights. And Jackson hears that and maybe changes the tune as that one is going, but not gone, as it's caught a step or two in front of the center field fence. Jackson sent it for a ride, but it eventually ran out of bus fare, and it's out number 1. Washker Vincent Martinez, a 3-run home run and a sacrifice bunt so far here in this game. Vincent Martinez can really be the hero for the Knights with a big hit here in the bottom of the 5th. 1 out and 1 strike on the board to number 10. And Vincent Martinez finds the hole in between short and third. And it's a 2-2 game for number 10. Wasker Vincent Martinez swinging a big stick here and playing a big role for this Knights offense. Eric Elliott, an RBI single in the 3rd on a bloop single to left. A strikeout in the 1st. Elliott will regroup after that one was called an out, or called a strike on the outside portion. And there goes Vincent Martinez. Throw down to second is good, but it bounces over the glove, and number 10 will take third. And now it's a sac fly situation for Eric Elliott. That was a really good throw down to second, but it hit the wrong pebble and bounced right over the glove of the shortstop. Tough break there for the Cougars. The strikeout. Oh, wow. Had some action here in the stands. Action resumes on the field, though. 0-1. Make it 0-2 as, I don't know if Elliott offered or it caught the black. Either way, this is a huge spot for Fernandez if he can get the out at the plate on the strikeout. Elliott puts it in play and earns the right to see one more. Good piece of hitting from the Knights' right fielder. Elliott's got pop in the bat. If he can get his pitch, he can change this game. Two is the count now as Fernandez misses on that. Elliott earns the right to see one more. Elliott putting the ball boys to work here, fouling off pitch after pitch. 1 out. He's looking for something he can drive into the outfield for a sac fly at worst. And he just misses. Fernandez thought he had strike 3, but instead it goes to a full count, and the Knights clubhouse is loving it. Payoff pitch. Runner at third, and it's a strikeout for Fernandez. A huge second out in this inning. The 4th strikeout of the afternoon for this Cougars pitching staff, and here is Alex Rivera. 0 for 1 with a walk and a run scored. And he'll start 1-0. Biggest spot of the game so far for this Cougars pitching staff. Down 1, a runner at third with 2 outs. And it's an 0-2 count to Rivera. And the Knights were fired up on their sideline just a moment ago. Now the Cougars fired up on theirs. And Rivera earns the right to see one more. Oh-2 pitch, and he sends it into the outfield, and it will not be, oh, it's caught! What a sliding catch by the center fielder! A shoestring catch, and the game stays right where it is at 5-6. The biggest play of the game defensively so far, for sure. A huge third out to end the fifth. And we will go to the sixth. 6-5. Matt Height continuing to do the pitching for the Knights. Alex Rivera with great contact there. That was headed towards the gap, and I thought for sure the way that was dropping, he was going to catch that on the bounce. Great hustle from the center fielder. Fellers over there in Bristol, Connecticut may want to see that one. So Matt Height still doing the pitching here for the Knights. He was the first reliever they went to. They do have some action in the bullpen, so how short is the leash for number 6? He came in and gave up a sacrifice fly in his first inning of work, but that run went against Crawford as it was the last batter he faced. So he himself is yet to give up an earned run, but that could change here. Top of the sixth, 6-5 game. And it is Justin Ackle at the plate. Justin Ackle, a perfect 2 for 2 with a walk on the day. Maybe a little extra emphasis on the word perfect as Ackle, the 2-run home run in the fourth, that really changed this ball game. Matt Height comes at him, gets it back to even at 1-1. Number 17 swinging a big stick and feeling himself. And he'd love to see that pitch again. Fooled him once. 1-2, Matt Height. Coming to the plate with his best stuff. Biggest moment. And he gets him swinging. Matt Height with a huge strikeout to start the sixth. And Justin Ackle goes down swinging. And it's his first trip down to the dugout. Brody Neviker, 0 for 1 with a walk and a run scored. And really, Brody's heads-up base running created a huge inning for the Cougars last time he was up. This one, he skies high. Catchable maybe. Manny wants it, and he got it. A huge second out for the Knights. Aiden Greeny, 1 for 3 with a strikeout here today. Getting a chance to hit with 2 outs in the 6th inning. The Knights 1 out away from putting a 0 on the board in a big spot. And Matt Height is having himself his best inning yet. Got the strikeout to start. Oh, 2 is the count now. A little confusion there, but the big board tells the story. 0-2, and ooh, just got a piece of that and earned a right to see one more. Aiden Greeny, single in the fourth inning, strikeout in the third, a ground out in the first. 0-2 count, 2 outs, and it'll go to 1-2. The intensity and excitement written all over Matt Height's face. And he got him! 2 strikeouts in the inning for number 6. And it's a 0 on the board. 6-5 is the game, or is the score, going into the bottom of the 6th. And this game continues to amaze. Aiden Fernandez still doing the pitching for the Cougars. They had somebody warming up in the bullpen area. Now he's standing with arms folded, maybe just waiting for the call. This has been an incredible game between these two teams. 6-5 is the score. These pitching staffs have found the zeros they've needed in the later innings. Can the Knights give their closer a little breathing room going into the 7th? Or can Aiden Fernandez put another 0 on the board, give his hitters a chance to finish their game of catch-up? Cougars have been walking the comeback trail all afternoon here in game number 2. They're so close, just 1 run down. They need a 0 here in the bottom of the 5th, or bottom of the 6th, excuse me. It is Alvin Corella, and then the top of the order due up here in this inning for the Knights. Corella 0 for 2 with a ground out and a fly out. And it'll go to 1-1 as Fernandez misses on the outside. Fernandez has really found the pitches needed to quiet these bats for the Knights as Corella puts it into the hole in between short and third for a leadoff single. And his first hit of the game couldn't have come at a bigger time. So it is a leadoff single for the number 9 hitter, and it's Liam Bowers, the leadoff man, a chance to hit with a runner on. And throw back to first is closer than it needed to be. And everyone will take a big sigh of relief as Corella was able to get back. Liam Bowers, 0 for 1 with a walk and an RBI. And some drama at second base. Bauer shows bunt, puts this one in play. Only play is at first. Is out number 1, but it's a sacrifice bunt for Liam Bowers. And here comes L.T. Jimenez. A huge double in his last at-bat. And he's got a chance to put his hero pants on here in the top or the bottom of the 6th. L.T. Jimenez getting a chance to hit with a runner in scoring position. 1-run game in the bottom of the 6th. Jimenez swinging for the fences. He missed a home run on his double by 1 1/4 inches. Found the deepest part of the ballpark, and now he's going to get a couple words of encouragement from his coach. And now some words of encouragement from the Cougars coach. You're going to talk strategy, I'll talk strategy too, and why not? Take advantage of it while you can. Big spot, maybe biggest of the game. 1 out, runner at second. Cougars need to keep it right where it is. Big enough hill in front of them, being down 1 going into the top of the 7th. LT Jimenez in the Knights offense thinking of adding at least 1 more to that. And Jimenez lays off the high cheese. LT Jimenez, and timeout taken by the catcher. And it's another strategy session. Everyone well aware of the moment we are in the middle of. Biggest spot of the game. 1-1 count, 1 out, bottom of the 6th, 1-run game. Oh, by the way, there's a runner at second base. And the Knights have their best hitter at the dish. And it'll move to 2-1 as the catcher tried to help him out on the frame, but he didn't get the call from the umpire. I'm wise to your trick, says the man behind the plate. The 2-1 pitch. And Jimenez is caught holding the sword there as he's made to look foolish. And a man in my position cannot afford to be made to look foolish. LT Jimenez trying to play the role of the Godfather here. Big swing, big strikeout for out number 2. And Fernandez not only got the out, he got it in the exact way he wanted it. And we saw Matt Height get some huge strikeouts in the top of the 6th, and Aiden Fernandez answers with a huge strikeout in the bottom of the 6th. Here's Luis Marrero batting with 2 outs and a runner at second. He lays off the high cheese. Marrero 0 for 3 here in the game. A line out in the first, a fly out double play in the second, and a strikeout here in the 4th. Luis, the second baseman for the Knights, getting a chance to bat in the biggest spot of the game, and he puts it in play. It's hit hard, it's trailing, it's going, and it's down, up off the wall. It'll score 1, and Luis Marrero comes up huge for the Knights. And the job just got that much more difficult for the Cougars as the Knights add 1 on the board. It's now 7-5. And here comes the veteran, the sophomore, Mitch Haywood. 0 for 1 with a walk and 2 runs scored. And he could be a big contributor here if he can come up big for his team. Luis Marrero cleared him. Well, I guess really Luis Marrero just switched spots. He was at the plate, now he's at second base. As he drove in Alvin Corella. It's the first run scored by the Knights since the third inning. It was zeros for the Cougars in the fourth and fifth. Now they're focused on keeping it at just one. They've scored 2 runs in an inning before. There's a chance. They got to handle the business right here in front of them. The strike call at the plate, and it will move to 1-1. Excuse me, it'll move to 1-2. Haywood looking to avoid the strikeout. And he puts it in play. Foul. Haywood has earned the right to see at least one more pitch here. 1-2 count, 2 outs, bottom of the 6th. It's now a 2-run game, 7-5 score. The comeback trail for the Cougars has gotten a little longer, but it should stay right where it is, as this one will be caught by the right fielder for out number 3. The Knights strike for 1 in the top of the 6th, or excuse me, they strike for 1 in the bottom of the 6th, and it's a save situation in the top of the 7th. Six, 7, 8 due up here for the Cougars, as the Knights are looking to get the split in the doubleheader against the Cougars, and they're also looking to put an end to a 2-game losing streak. Joshua Wilson, the single, a ground out, and a sacrifice fly in his first 3 at-bats, though not in that order. It's been a productive part of the lineup coming up here for the Cougars, as it's Joshua Wilson, Wyatt Miles, Dimitri Jamison, and Lane Gay, the number 9 hitter, if someone can get on. Though, of course, with this being the potential final inning, Cougars will probably go to pinch hitter at some point here in this inning. First pitch swinging, and it's strike number 1 to Joshua Wilson. Wilson, 20 hits on the season. He's looking for hit number 21 right here. Count will move to 1-1. As Height still in there doing the pitching for the Knights, and that is hit. That's going. Gone! Off the trees out there in deep left field. And just like that, it's back to a 1-run game. A leadoff home run on the top of the 7th for Joshua Wilson. And momentum is right back on the side of the Cougars. Big moment. And everybody will move a little bit closer to the edge of their seats. This game just got that much more exciting. A bomb from Joshua Wilson. And here comes Wyatt Miles. Still no outs. And oh, that finds the hole in between short and third for a single. Back-to-back hits to start off the seventh for the Cougars. And both of those hits coming off hard contact, and the coaching staff has seen enough, at least for right now. They'll talk to Matt Height, maybe make the change as someone is warming up in the bullpen area. It's a save situation for number 6, who came in, got zeros on the board for the Knights up until this point. It's the first earned run in the game for Matt Height. He did give up a sac fly when he first came in, but that run was given to the starting pitcher, Crawford. Matt Height will get a chance to continue this seventh. Jackson throws back to first, but Miles is back there with time to spare. Dimitri Jamison, a walk, fielder's choice, and a single in his first 3 at-bats, and he did also come around and score a run. That run came back in the second inning, part of a 2-run inning. He represents the go-ahead run right now. Tying run at first, and that is a great job of catching by Manny Jackson. Keeps that ball in front of him. And make sure Miles stays at first base at least for now. 3-0 count. Does Jamison have the green light in this big spot? I think he had the take pitch on, the take sign on there, excuse me. As he takes that pitch, and it moves to 3-1. Double play could be Height's best friend. A nice frame job by Jackson, helping him out a little bit behind the plate. Though that one definitely caught the black. Good piece of pitching and catching by this duo. 3-2 pitch, and it's a walk. He just missed. It doesn't get much closer than that. And the first 3 batters are on here for the Cougars. Tying run now at second, and that is all she wrote for Matt Height. The second visit of the day will bring in reliever number 3. It's still a save situation. The Knights holding on to a 1-run lead. Cougars have been playing catch-up all afternoon here in game number 2. They've got the tying run at second, go-ahead run at first. They're one big hit away from pulling off the Game 2 comeback. We'll tell you all about the new pitcher for the Knights when we come back. Reed Adams, the pitcher for the Knights. This is Adams' 5th appearance on the season, 2 saves on the year, 6 innings of work. And he is even on the Ks and walks. 6 strikeouts on the year, 6 walks. And he comes in with runners at first and second. Runner at first being the go-ahead run. Knights started this inning with a 2-run lead. Now they are clinging to a 1-run lead, looking to get the split here in game number 2 of a doubleheader. This could be the end of the game, or the Knights may have some more batting to do. You'll have to stick around with me and find out. Hope you got your popcorn. Hope you called Grandma, because this is a good one here at the Castle. It is a pitch hit situation here for the Cougars, as now doing the hitting is number 2. Oh, excuse me, that's still Lane Gay. Just assuming, given that Gay was hitting out of the number 9 spot, that they'd go to the pinch hitter, but why? Lane has been productive with the bat in his hand. Throw back to second. Oh, it gets past him, and the runners will advance at least one. And it goes from being runners at first and second to runners at second and third on the costly throwdown. Lane Gay was bunting. Now he'll probably be swinging away. 0-1. No outs. And now 0-2. And the strikeout could be Adams' best friend. Each team has used 3 relievers now, and Jackson blocks it from getting past them, but it does squirt out there over towards the third base line. Runners stay right where they are. Brand new feel to this ball game. Go ahead run at second, tying run at third. 1-2 count, no outs. Reed Adams steps off, takes a deep breath. Big moment right here in front of us. And does not get the call, and it runs 2-2. It's just a little outside, says the ump. And it's hit over to first. He looks the runners back over to third and takes the out at first. And that's out number 1 here in this inning. Good defensive play there by Haywood, not rushing over to take the out at first. Looked the runner back at third, took his time, made sure the out was at first. Here comes the top of the lineup for the Cougars. It's Aiden Masters. Masters with 2 strikeouts here in this game, but also an RBI single, a run scored, and a walk. So Masters done a little bit of everything here from the leadoff spot, and he's got a chance to hit with a tying run at third. Go-ahead run at second. Infield is in, expecting a potential play at the plate. It was a chilly late afternoon, but it is warmed up here at the Castle with the action on the field. Everyone aware of this big moment in front of us. Save situation. 2-1 count. Aiden Masters sees the pitch, and it goes to 2-2. Masters, look of frustration on his face after that. I think he was fooled, maybe expecting something else. Fool me once. Can Masters regroup? Over to short, plays at the plate, and he is safe! What a play! He jumped over the catcher, and we are tied! Oh my goodness! Dun-a-nut! Dun-a-nut! goes that man. He jumped right over the catcher and tied this game up at 7. At least for now. And that's the final ruling, he says. It's tied at 7, 1 out. And the go-ahead run at third base. Wow. And the smart play by LT Jimenez to come home with it. They had him dead to rights. And a great athletic play to jump over the catcher. My, oh my. No one here will forget that one. What a game. And it's going to continue one way or another. Will the Cougars have the lead going into the bottom of the 7th? That's the big question now. Meeting of the minds between the coach for the Knights and the umpires. I doubt he's going to change his mind. Just got to move forward. Sacrifice fly in play now here with the runners at the corner, but also the double play ball in play. Do we see that runner move at first base sooner than later? Nico Gelman has made good contact here in this game, but he is hitless so far. He does have an RBI. 1 out. And we are back to the action on the field. And they get the outside corner for strike number 1. 0-1 as the intensity is certainly picked up here in the later stages of this ball game. Runners at the corner, and Gelman puts it in play. Into left. LT is there. It's not deep enough to score the runner from third, so now the Knights are 1 out away from getting out of this jam with just a little hurt.
Keep going, 2-0. Keep going, Reese.
Justin Ackle will step into the batter's box, and Justin has had a productive day at the plate. A 2-run home run, an infield hit already to his name. Add a walk and a strikeout as well to that. And that's his day at the plate. And Manny Jackson wants to make sure his pitcher knows the signs. 2 outs, top of the 7th. And it's 7s on the big board for both teams. 7-7 ball game in game 2 of a doubleheader. And what a pitch and what a good job of catching by Manny Jackson as he helps his pitcher out a bit. Aiden Masters with speed over there at first. Do we see him move at some point? And again, maybe want to avoid running into an out on the bases as that's flied over to left. It's back and caught for out number 3. And we will go to the bottom of the 7th, tied at 7 here at the Castle. Manny Jackson in the batter's box here for the Knights, trying to end it with one swing of the bat. That's all it could take here for the Knights, as this is the bottom of the 7th, and since these two teams are only playing 7 innings, this could be all she wrote. And Jackson sends it into right. It's going, and it's foul. Woo, Nelly. Everyone up out of their seats after that one. Jackson will have to steady the beating heart as he'll take the long walk back to the batter's box with an 0-2 count. No outs here in the bottom of the 7th. It's Jackson, Vincent Martinez, and then Elliott due up here in the 7th unless the Knights can strike for a little magic. And it'll run 1-2. And Jackson earns the right to see one more as he fouls it off. Big question on a lot of people's minds, I'm sure, right now is if this game does go into extra innings, how many extra innings will we see, as there are no lights on the field here at CCBC Essex, so the darkness will take a factor at some point if this game continues, and Jackson doing his best to make sure this at-bat continues as he fouls another one off. Aiden Battett is doing the pitching now here for the Cougars. Aiden, his 3rd appearance on the year. He's done 3 innings of work. And he's got an ERA that he'd like to forget about here right now. He can put that all behind him with a big spot for his team right here. And it's outside. The catcher moving, shuffling the feet like he was getting ready to throw it around. Everyone expecting the strikeout. Umpire says, we'll keep it right here, please and thank you. 2-2 is the count on this lefty-lefty matchup. And 3-2 is Jackson now has to take another long walk back to the batter's box. This one a little bit more embarrassing, though. I was hoping, waiting, wishing. 3-2, payoff pitch, and it's a walk. Put it out into the universe. Ask and you shall receive. Manny Jackson gets that leadoff walk that he wanted here in the bottom of the 7th. And here comes a man swinging a big stick. Washker Vincent Martinez, a 3-run home run in the 1st, a sacrifice bunt in the 3rd, and a single in the 5th. A productive day at the plate for number 10 and a chance to put on the hero pants. He shows bunt again, and he gets a piece of the thigh meat of the catcher. Or maybe the hand. Either way, there's going to be a bruise. Oh, 1 is the count. Vincent Martinez's home run to maybe the deepest part of the ballpark as he hit that over the center field fence. Big power in the bat. Showing bunt again. This one he misses and it hit him. Did he get back in time? He did. That was the question. Did he pull that bunt back in time? And he did, says the second base umpire, and it's now runners at 1st and 2nd. No hits in this inning for the Knights. A walk and a hit by pitch. Winning run is at 2nd base with no outs for Eric Elliott. Eric Elliott, an RBI single already here today. And now he's got a chance to try on the hero pants. He shows bunt and he pulls it back. Maybe he should have executed. Strike, says the umpire. Eric Elliott does have an RBI already here today on a bloop single to left. He shows bunt and gets it down this time, and the runners will move up, and Eric Elliott is safe at first. An error on the pitcher. Still no hits in this inning, but the bases are loaded now for the Knights. And Alex Rivera, a chance to finish this game with a big hit. All he needs to do is put it out into the outfield. No outs. The bases are loaded here for the Knights. Here's the pitch, and it's a ball. 1-0 count to start Rivera. Bases are loaded. And Rivera hits off. He's going. There's no play at the plate. He's safe. It's a pass ball walk-off for the Knights. And it is a split for the Knights here in the doubleheader against the Cougars. And they put an end to their two-game winning streak with an 8-7 victory in Game 2. A dramatic comeback for the Cougars, but they fall just one run short. Aaron Thomas in the broadcast booth. I want to thank all of you at home for joining us on this Tuesday afternoon, and I hope you can join us next time for more Knights baseball. Until then, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.